بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Islamic calendar is 2nd Rajab 1446. Christian calendar is 1st January 2025. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah again. Baba Shabu. Oba Ghana no. Okay. When Baba Shabu came to Ghana, he had an interview with our sister Mami Grace. So during the interview, there was a question. Mami Grace asked Baba Shuabu about marriage. So he said that Baba Shuabu mentioned the marriage or the sunnah of Moses. You see, Allah gave you a sunnah of Prophet Muhammad to follow and you refuse. So you prefer the sunnah of Moses. Because he said that anything that is in the Qur'an, he practiced it or he followed the Qur'an. But my brother, let me tell you something. It is not anything that you see in the Qur'an and you can follow or you have to follow. No, not all of them. And today I will give you evidence which you will understand what I mean. You know about wherever Ghana no. When Mami Grace interview na say na Mami Grace ebisa na say about our year. So obi a wonya na ho ade ne kwasa wona nanda. Ana wakase honom na kaaye se ento okotu ana wakansam ekwan ya Moses fa so a oware ne yere nti uni se wo se ono no wo so o prefer ono odi Qur'an echi nsama awo Qur'an mu no ene na wono wodi adwuma nsama eni Qur'an mu ono won fanya adwuma nti ana me so meka se nsama awo Qur'an mu no enye ni nyina na di adwuma o ni nyina wodi adwuma enye yie because enye ni nyina na firi nyankopon. It is not everything in the Quran comes from Allah. Somebody will say, hey, what are you saying? Today I will give you an evidence. And before I continue, Baba Shabu quoted a Quran verse. We are going to look at that Quran verse and see whether that information or that command is from Allah or not. Interview na say, oh, quote Quran verse. You have a question. Samna all Qur'an muno e firi nyankopon ana e firi nyankopon nti yanko te video no bra inshallah. Anya bibia. So if you are a Quran follower, Baba Shabu is telling you that the only way you can marry or the process to marry is to follow the sunnah of Moses. But it's difficult to. I don't know whether you guys can do it. For the women, you have no problem. But for the men, I don't know whether you can do it. You can't. But let's watch the video and then come back.
But they said you should not also sleep with somebody you have not married.
They said you should. They said who? They are saying you need to understand the concept of marriage. Adam, did he go to somebody's parents to marry a child? No. Eve, did she go to somebody's parents to marry somebody? You need to understand the concept of marriage.
Tell me.
Thank you. Moses in the Quran, in Quran chapter 27, verse 24, when he read downwards, he went to Midian and got married. Now, the marriage only happened between him and the father of the lady. That's it. No other people.
I would already get on.
That's extra things they add. It's not also here.
Oh, I was assuming.
Yes, they added a lot of things and they made it shackle to the neck that as if you don't do that, that is not Islam. You see that?
You heard what Baba Shabu said. He quoted Quran chapter 27, but it's not 27, it's 28. This one is a normal thing. All of us did a mistake because we are human beings. We are not God. It is only God who doesn't do mistakes. So it's normal. It's 28. It's not 27. So he said that about Moses. How Moses get married. Now, so Mami Shabu said, Mami Grace said that She said, she asked about Amaria or all these Lefi. You see, before Islam came to Africa, everybody or every tribe has its own tradition, how to get married, how to live, how to do business. Every tribe have its own tradition or custom. So before Islam came, they know how to get their married. So that is their own. When you are about to get married, you buy clothes, sandals, mayafi, all these things. That is a culture. We call it ta'ada, al-ada. Ansana Islam ever ba Africa no na country bia na se bia tribe bia e wono culture. Kwan for so a omoye awori ayefro. Kwan for so a omoye edwuma, omudidi, omutokwan, obia wono culture ba Islam ba ya no nti ne awa abata ware no ne Islam di ba ya no eno na ye no but se wudi lefi nsama ebe ka ho a eno Islam entem ka say yin nyina mfiri at once because it has nothing to do with spiritualism. Nsama culture our spirit and as be all connection with spirit no spiritual no eno na Islam say jai anya sa wo so mbosom wo so motia. So before Islam came to Africa, every tribe has its own culture and custom and how to eat, how to travel, everything. So a thing or a culture that which has nothing to do with spiritualism, Islam will allow it. So buy clothes, sandals, olive veil, all these things, they are not in Islam because when you go to Islam, when you are about to get on, when you are getting married, all these things are not there. You won't find a hadith which the Prophet said, if you want to get if you want to marry, buy your wife 7 clothes or mayafi. They are not there. And no Africa, they are Ghana for culture no. Oba warrior just a jware Amariano a tontoma when you know. Okay, the young Qur'an. Let's go to Quran chapter 28 that he mentioned and see how Moses get married to his wife. It is 28, so the Qasas 28. He said verse number 24 to, but what I want is 27, verse 27. But anyways, I will try to go to that 27. I want to go straight to 27. How Moses got married to his wife. That is where I want. This is the 27. So when he came to the man, he said that, Qala inni uridu an unike hakal ihda minatiya hataini ala an tajurani thamaniya hijaj fa in atmamta asharan fa min indika wama uridu an ashuka alayka satajidni insha Allahu mina salihina. So the English said that when Moses went to that man, until Moses papa nincheno a story no wa but me verse we nko 28 verse number 27. Papa na ka say asama papa na ka eni he said I intend to wed one of these 2 daughters of mine to you on condition that you serve me for 8 years, but if you complete 10 years, it will be from you, which is a favor from you. But I intend not to put or not to place you under a difficulty. If Allah wills, you will find me one of the righteous. And so upon the can say, Mo kwala mi no ba me yama say, mba ware ba kwa ma. But agreement and say, and I just say, would you to say, just say, oh, some for good in fear, bako 8. Just say, oh, some 8 years and sana. But say, would 2 years, come on, 10 years, I mean, problem. But I mean, person by how, and some agreement of upon any most you know. Inti, Baba Shobi is telling you that if you are a Qur'an alone follower, before you get married, or the process you have to go through before getting a wife to yourself, you have to serve your father-in-law for good 8 years. If not, you're committing adultery. So if you are Quran alone follower, this is what your boss or your leader is telling you. Before you can get married, you have to serve your father-in-law for good 8 years. If not, that marriage is invalid. You see, Allah asks you to follow the sunnah. Every prophet has its own sunnah. The most painful part of this story is that this command was not from Allah. Allah did not ask or tell Moses to serve his father-in-law for good 80 years. So if you are saying that you are a Quran alone follower, so you obey whatever the Quran says, Master, sometimes it's like it makes funny to me. It's like you're joking. It's not anything that you find the Quran you have to follow, because this command was not from Allah. You have to get it. Allah didn't ask Moses to serve his father-in-law for good 8 years before marrying his daughter. He didn't say that. This is an agreement between Moses and his father-in-law. So this is the sunnah of Moses, or this is the sunnah of Moses' father-in-law. This sunnah is not for us. Nti sawo say nti Moses oka say nti sawo ya Qur'an o follow Qur'an nko a udi baba shabo ichi baba shabo e ka chara wo say so pese won ware na se wan fa akwan wo so en ware a sa aware no ala enji ntumu e adwomambo, because obe ware a wo say won serve won konsom wase for good 80 years. And sana aware no nyakopa atimaje to amane yeye na saje wo ho na beye. Nowadays, who will serve his father-in-law for good 8 years before marrying his daughter? Who will do that? Who will do that? When Allah is giving you a simple way, a simple sunnah to follow, you refuse. Prophet Muhammad also has his own way to marry, or his own sunnah about marriage. You say you don't like it. Sa command way in free Allah ncho. Allah encourage Moses say Moses oba warrior kosum wasi 80 years. Wasi. Kosum ni 80 years ansa na warrior ba nyokopan kai hwe Moses ene na se ntemu agramata mo ye no. Nti sunna we anya Prophet Muhammad dia aye Moses dia also one Prophet Muhammad dia wo fa Moses dia wo hu. Nti baba shabo, in case you have you are married, if only your marriage is going to be valid if only you follow this process, which means you served your father-in-law for good 8 years before marrying his daughter. If not, that your marriage is invalid. You are committing adultery. According to you, you say that this command is not from Allah. Allah did not ask Moses to serve his father-in-law before marrying his daughter. So if you are saying that you are following the Quran alone, sometimes it looks like you are not serious. So will you follow this verse? Will you follow this command? Though it wasn't a command from Allah. Command way in front of Allah nkaye. Allah nkaye. And about awure no obia wono kwacha kwan fa so ware. Nti Africa ya de no trabia wone de nti Islam abanse waje Islam. Nti waso mfa Islam de nka ho. Afon also mfa Islam ne ka nti awure antade ni ntomani lefinu eno nka ho eni Islam, because hadith bi no ho kire sam commissioni obe ware anaso be ware number so nipa no atontomasi antade si sport anaso be pant si eni ho ampa wo si eni ho, it's not there. The reason why I'm doing this video is that it's for you Quran alone followers. Baba Shabu is telling you, if you want to marry, you have to serve your father-in-law for good 8 years. And the most painful part of it is that this command is not from Allah. Allah didn't say, Moses, serve your father-in-law before you can marry his daughter. Allah didn't say that. So this is a correction. You call yourself a correctional officer. Please, correct yourself. This command is not from Allah. This command is not from Allah. So if a Quran alone follower, before you can get married, you have to serve your father-in-law for good 8 years. Said by Baba Shuaibu, your leader. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.